much for being here. We are talking all things going live. Appreciate you all joining. Let me know if you have any questions. I appreciate all the support as we get started with our live stream of the afternoon. All things going live. This is my 4 o'clock live. So let me know if you have any questions, friends. Appreciate you all being here. So we're going to get started. You guys heard that notification? That's what I said. You got to make sure you click that bell so you can get notifications. Get notifications so you can know when I go live and I post content. And that's my way of knowing that YouTube is listening to what I want to look at, what live hosts I want to see. So I set a notification for myself and making sure that I get them and I pay attention to YouTube sending them. So click that bell so you can get notifications, friends. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate the support. If you are new to my live, I always have to kind of give my housekeeping rules, my rules of engagement as well. So housekeeping is that you have to be 18 years and older to go live and monetize on these apps, particularly YouTube and TikTok. We're going to talk about TikTok in a second. And then also that you have to be keep your chat professional and that you are engaging, guys. So engagement means that you are liking the live. Give me a thumbs up to the live stream, that you click that subscriber button, and then like I said, you click the bell so you can get notifications when I go live and post content. So that's what we're doing here. I usually start over here on the YouTube side because I do co-stream. Co-streaming meaning that I am actively going live on 2 different platforms. So I'm going live here on YouTube where I'm streaming from the YouTube Studio app. And then I also stream, and you see it right here, the little red, my phone is going. So I am also streaming here on TikTok where I am talking to you and engaging with you all on TikTok. And what I do in my conversation is that I do gear it towards TikTok quite a bit because that platform is multifaceted when it comes to the live stream, the features, the capability there. So I want to make sure people understand how to go live with confidence and ease, but I do share information that is relevant to streaming in general. So if you are streaming, you want to make sure that you are actively engaging your audience. You want to make sure that your audience knows who you are, what you're about, and that you are adding value to your stream. Also, you want to make sure that you connect with your audience. So if you have the capability with the way your platform is set up, you should be able to say questions that are going to get your chat to chatting. You know, you want your viewers to comment in the chat. You want to connect with them. You want to get to know them, especially if you have returners. And then ultimately, you want to make sure that they get to know, like, and trust you. And so as you're talking and sharing information, it may take them 7 to 12 times to really understand your value, trust you, and then ultimately, if you have a solution, you're leading them towards that solution, that they may engage with your solution. Maybe click your link in bio, or go visit your webpage, or offer your sign up for your Patreon. So you want to be intentional about that process. So we're going to talk about that as time goes on. I want to make sure that I'm adding value and helping you. But the first step is that you are showing up and being consistent, and you continue to show up. Okay. And that way people know you're here. You're not just a one hit wonder. You just come one time and then all of a sudden they never see you again. So I show up twice a day. And I've been doing this since April of 2025. I'm about to hit a year in April. I'll hit a whole year of doing this, and I don't see myself stopping. Okay, so just know that that's from the YouTube side is April. From the TikTok side, it actually started in January of 2025. So it's over a year now. Okay, so really excited about that growth. I've grown quite a bit. I am going to spend some time talking about that and some content that I'm going to post on YouTube just so that I can share that information with others and making sure people understand the value of being consistent. Okay, so that's what I would call it, the value of being consistent. Guess what happened to me in over a year of going live? What are the results? You know, you have to have those catchy little hook thumbnails. So I'm going to do that as well. But the main thing is that you keep showing up. Okay. So I tell people all the time, you got to show up so that your audience knows, who to engage with. Okay. So let's see. We're going to go on to the TikTok side. I always say I start here first so I can connect with you all, answer questions, engage. I think all the platforms are having this um, little dip. I call it a dip in terms of how you are being pushed out, the visibility. So Don't be discouraged. That happens. You have these little waves, these roller coaster waves that you have to kind of contend with. And you just keep showing up, being consistent. You know, obviously you want to check some things out to make sure your internet connection is good. You have the latest updates. All those things matter as well. And so you want to make sure you are always operating from um, a place of growth and making sure that you do have the latest features and updates for your app. Okay, so that's going to be really important as you go live, as you connect with your audience, and make sure that you have the latest. Okay, so and that's on all platforms. So I would tell you definitely update your app, update the features as much as possible. For the YouTube side, I'm going to have to do some updates on this platform too to make sure I have the latest and greatest features as well. So you want to make sure you always are operating from a growth mindset and, you know, take a moment to make sure you have the latest updates. And sometimes you have to click the buttons so that you actually are clicking in your app store. You're not just trusting that it says open, but you actually click that icon and it goes to the page for that particular app, and you can click update from there. So make sure you are doing that. That's important. It'll help your system operate correctly. And if you don't do that often enough, you'll see where you don't have the latest and greatest. I always do a quick check. That's been my latest thing I've been doing. A quick check to make sure everything is operating smoothly. Okay. So when I get off, I'm going to do it for my tablet because I want to make sure I have the latest updates on the tablet. That's what I use to stream with. So I will be doing that here as well. So we're going to go to TikTok. We're going to make sure we go live. And I'm not going to stay live super long. I always say that because I always want to make sure I'm here first, connecting with everybody. And I'm intentional about supporting, but recognizing that, you know, other lives are about to happen for my community. People are going to get ready to go live also. So I don't want to stay on super long. And of course, people are looking to go live also. So I want to make sure I'm supporting as well. All right, friends. Thank you so much. Appreciate you all being here. Hello, TikTok. It is Dr. Lisa. Launch your income. Come on in. We are talking live stream strategies. Live stream strategies. TikTok. We are talking about strategies to help people go live with confidence and ease. If you are nervous, afraid, shy, come in. We're talking about how to go live. I'm giving you some tips and strategies to go live, to live stream and become a live host. Let me know if you have questions. We're going to talk about how to go live here. So feel free to come in, ask questions of me as you go live. I want to make sure I answer questions and support you with your live streaming. In the meantime, come in, continue to engage. Feel free to connect with me and let me know if you have questions. So I want you to go live with confidence and ease. So come on in. Let me know if you have any questions, friends, okay? So continue to join me. We are talking live streaming right now. So let me know if you have questions. I appreciate you all coming in. I'm just getting started. This is my 4 o'clock live. So if you have not been here at the 10 o'clock, we're going to continue our conversation about some live strategy insights. I want to make sure I'm answering your questions. We'll get some of our friends in the room as well. I'm going to post my live to my story, share it out. Feel free to come in, ask questions as you see fit, friends. Thank you so much for joining. If you're new to my live, come on in. I'm going to share out my live as well. Thank you so much for being here. Let me know if you have any questions, friends. Feel free to join and ask questions as you come in. And I am going to only stay for a little bit, but we'll see how this goes. And so we're just getting started. Appreciate everybody coming in. Thank you so much. I know, hello, how you doing, the lemonade? How are you, friend? Thank you so much. As you guys come in, feel free to ask questions. Come in. Hello. If you are new to my live and haven't been here before, let me know if you have questions. The Lemonade Lounge LLC. I love that. Is this a business account? And I'm assuming you do something with lemonade. So Lemonade. So let me know what you do, friend. Welcome to the live. Let me know if you have any questions as well. Feel free to like the live. That means that you're going to take your finger and tap on the screen. Let me know if you have any questions. I don't see my tapper working over here. TikTok will do that sometimes. So it's like I'm not in the room. Let's see if the other one works. So I appreciate you all being here. Let me know if you have any questions as you come in. You know, sometimes we have a delayed reaction with getting engagement that happens. So I saw tapping on this screen, but it's not registering on my side. Let me see if I'm going to go out and come back in. Thank you all for being here. Hey, Trisha T, how are you, friend? Appreciate you being here. I was looking at my screen. It doesn't show that I'm on my side I have 0 taps, but on this, my other phone, it says that there's quite a few. Hey, hey, I'm good. How are you? Hey, Cornelia, how you doing, friend? Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you all coming in and joining. How are you? I'm doing good, trying to troubleshoot what's going on with my little account that's coming into the live. So appreciate you. Hey, Tracy, how are you, friend? Thank you so much. Thank you for that daily heartbeat, Cornelia. How's everything going for you, friend? Healing, how are you? Did you change your name? Shine on. Thank you all for coming in. Appreciate you guys. You guys are liking the live. I see your likes. Some likes are popping in. So we'll see what's happening here. Not sure. Hey Luna, how are you, friend? Yeah, I was trying to see my own little backup was not showing anything. So I'm gonna see what happens. We will see what it does. Hopefully it picks up nicely. Hello, Leanne. Hey friends, how you doing? Thank you so much. Appreciate you all. Hello, hello. How's everybody doing this afternoon? Appreciate you all joining. Thank you so much for popping in. I appreciate you all coming in and supporting the live stream. Feel free to like the live. Let's see if some likes come on the screen. I'm hopeful because I'm using my tapper and it wasn't picking up any of the likes I was sending out. I'm not sure why that was happening to me. It was almost like it was not recognizing my device. Oh well, we're gonna keep going forward. I'm noticing these tappers, I mean, obviously they get a lot of use. So I can't blame the tapper. The tapper only has so much capacity and lifespan, but I'm noticing they're not something that is forever. You gotta replace them. How you doing, Janine? How you doing, friend? Hopefully all is well. Thank you for that daily heartbeat. Appreciate the support. Those who are coming in the room, I see you all joining the live. I appreciate you all joining. So let me know if you guys have any questions, especially my friends in here already. We'll get some new friends, and they typically will ask a lot of the new questions. But you guys are welcome to ask questions that you're experiencing. I'm doing well. How are you? I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine. Carol's not here. I have work to do because I got my equipment. I said I'm not going to let this week go by with me not unboxing, taking a look at it, and trying to set it up. So I got to figure out this whole interface thing. So I'm going to see what that's like and play around with the mic and stuff. I have a mic like yours, and it does not work for me well. It was staticking when I tried to use it. So, and it was also not working when I tried to use it for Live Studio. So I'm going to pull out this other mic and see how it works. To get people to engage with my live, what should I do? Okay, that's a great question, Shino. Shino, okay, let me ask this question. First and foremost, how frequently do you go live? That's my first question, because it's going to be important for you to start establishing yourself as a live host where people. I posted a video about consistency, and I usually say if you post a video, it should be part of your talking points when you go live because that's content. You want to let people, you want to obviously shine attention to what you posted, but also just recognizing that, your topics and your content should apply to what you talk about in your live stream. So there should be this alignment that happens. So when it comes to consistency, that's the first step I would say, because you really want to establish a presence here. So people are not just seeing you one time. You want them people to come back and engage. What we talked about earlier in the live stream at 10 o'clock, there was the conversation about practical things people can do without spending coins, without, sharing a heart me or doing any other gifting, is you can engage by liking the live. So I'll talk about that in a second. But I think the first thing I told a person is that one of the number one offense trying to go live at 5 a.m. Eastern. Okay, that's important. That's important because you're reaching a certain demographic at that time in the morning. You got your early birds, your people who are up with you, and hopefully they're there to hear a message, but they're probably also there to have this very intimate early conversation with you as well. So he said, "My people," those are the early bird folks. Some of them are getting dressed for work, some of them are listening, some of them probably want to get insights. Okay, you're working out. Okay, okay. So working out's gonna be important. You're gonna have to do so. Have you been to Natty Net's live stream? She does chair, she does fitness. She has people who are commenting, but she has her warm up she does, and then she has like an intermission. She has like a little water break, if you want to think of it that way. And she does her workout, and then she does Natty Nat. So she's been in the room. I'm not sure she's gonna come in right now. She was at the 10 o'clock. But Natty Nat, she does chair fitness workouts. And so her room, typically she has a nice amount of people in the room, and she's doing her workout and people are commenting, chatting. And so during her water breaks, she's able to kind of engage and she's asking questions. I'm going to say you need to set the tone that you're going to engage with your chat at some point in the workout. Okay, so you want to get people to feel connected. You're going to figure out what are those core questions you want to ask, like, hey guys, especially in the beginning. I said in the beginning, it's almost like coffee shop conversation or like water cooler conversation. Like, hey, where you from? How's the weather? I mean, that's kind of corny, but you're actually asking that to get to become a little bit more connected and in relationship with folks. So you know who's in your room and you know a little bit about them. And then as time goes on, obviously for working out, you might have questions about, hey, have you done this workout before? Or what's your fitness goals? Or some other questions that your audience may easily share because they're like, okay, well, that's a good question. Let me think about that. Let me add that comment. Let me say this and respond. So think about what are some of those core questions. Some of the initial questions like, hey, new to my room, where you're from, and see if you can get people to chat. The other thing is you want to kind of bring down the barrier of entry too, because a lot of times when you click people's name, you can read their bio and just ask them questions about their bio. Like, hey, welcome to the room. Here's your bio. Here's some stuff I've read about you. Where are you from? Or, oh, that's interesting. I've never done that before. People have all types of stuff in their bio. So you can start a conversation that way. And you said it's 4:30 now. Is that Eastern time? Yes. Yep. To be exact, 4:27. 4:27, and I'm in Orlando. I'm in Florida. But yeah. So shine on, that's going to be important for you to think of it that way, in terms of how you engage with people. And how you engage will help in terms of people feeling seen and heard. I'm going to start with you. So start with yourself. What are you doing to get people to be seen and heard, and making sure that you're connecting with them, and then also obviously doing the workout as well. So think about your water breaks. Think about ways that you're talking to folks and engaging with them, asking questions. You want to get to know your community, and the more you can do that, the better. Hey, Nika Grace, how you doing, friend? Appreciate you guys coming in. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. And then, as you can tell, people are connecting with each other. Hello. People are connecting with each other, so that's going to help them connect as well in the room. So just depends on what type of room you're trying to cultivate. Are you cultivating a room where people keep coming back for your workouts, which I would imagine? And so maybe even your workouts might be something that gives them the impression that they need to come back for, a 3-part series, or 5 weeks workout plan. And so that way they're coming back because they understand the assignment. Man, please. 69, how you doing, friend? That was a cool name. Thank you so much for being here. So with that, you want to, so that may be another way to kind of get people a little bit more invested in showing up and supporting. Thank you all for the shares. Thank you, Nika. Appreciate you guys. If you guys don't mind sharing out the live, if you reposted, repost and add to your stories, that would be awesome as well. That's another way to share out the live. And just keep in mind, reposting when you post the live, you only can post it because you remove the post if you hit it again. So I just want to say that because sometimes you see people like constantly reposting. I was like, oh, it says remove the next time around. So, what does my necklace say? Nothing. It's just a little studded earring. Yep. So thank you so much, friend. Um, so I don't have anything on it, but yeah. So workout plan, getting people engaged, letting them know a series. That's a great way for any live host. Cool. Thank you, friend, for any live host. So like if you are trying to get people to kind of understand, like, okay, here's what we're doing over the next couple of days. My crafters, Leanne, you do really well with your drawings because your artwork requires them to come back and learn like the next piece, the next part of your lesson. So that's a good way too, because especially if they're invested in, practicing and growing and improving and stuff, then with that series, they keep coming back. The thing is, that goes back to my whole consistency piece. You got to be reliable too and keep coming back. So you got to make sure you're consistent. My video I posted, thank you, Nika, for the populars. My video I posted actually said, and this is true, I actually said, consistency is defined by you. It is. There's no rule to say you have to do something daily. You don't. You absolutely don't. Consistency is ultimately your decision, your definition of what consistency look like. Now, if you think about it though, the outcome and the results you get from your approach to consistency is also based on how you show up and how frequently you show up and what type of learning you're unlocking and tapping into. And so that's going to be important too. So if you want to see yourself grow and improve, how you doing, E-Nurse? If you want to see yourself grow and improve, then you're going to have to make a conscious decision on how much you invest in that growth. Thank you very much, E-Nurse. Appreciate you, friend. He said, I agree. That is so true. It really is defined by the individual. It is. It is. Yeah, absolutely. And so you decide what that looks like. Now, again, the results is also based on what you put into it. So that's the thing about it. You have to kind of own that too, in a sense of, okay, if I didn't put in a lot of time and effort and I'm not getting the results I need or I'm looking for, then I need to own that as well. TikTok gave me the flash goal. It is the roses. 9 roses. You guys don't mind sharing a rose with me as one per person. It is TikTok's flash goal. It is their way of showing that the room is here and engaging. Hello, pals. I see you as well. Thank you so much for being here, friend. Let's see. I appreciate the support. Hold on one second. Let's see. You say, hey, Doc, did you get, hold on one second. Did you ask me for the flash goal or just went away? I think you did. Is that what you're asking me? Did you get the Heart Me flash goal? That's what you just asked. I was like, what? I got the flash goal. You guys are awesome. Thank you for helping with that. We achieved it. I was looking at the comments were moving with because the roses were coming in. And so, yes, we got it. So I appreciate it. Thank you all for the heart me's. You guys are awesome. As you guys can tell, my friends, as y'all can tell, we have learned to kind of hold the heart me's at times. I know some of you guys gave it at the 10 o'clock, so I appreciate that too. Thank you, pals, for being over here too. Yes, it's not no visibility over here, but that's fine. I realize, let me say this out loud. If you guys have not checked your TikTok app for an update, check your TikTok app for an update, because there was an update I did yesterday. So on my live yesterday, I actually did it on the other phone in real time. So there was another update. And you guys know now that you have to actually click the app to make sure you're seeing that there is an update sitting in there. So click the app to make sure you see that update. On the YT, I didn't do it on my tablet, so I'm going to have to go back and do it on my tablet. There was an update for the YT too. I didn't know that. I'm just gonna say that. So, Leanne, I don't know. Did you know there was always app? I guess I should have assumed so. I don't know why I didn't. So there was one for the YT. So just know that all apps have updates. So all apps have updates and they send them out. So make sure you're updating your apps. And so, yes. I don't ever update on my YT. I didn't do IG either. And it was an update for IG too. So, just saying. There was an update for all social media and I updated all mine. Was it? Okay. You know, the FB did not have one for me. Not that I go over there often, but it didn't have one. So I ended up checking all of them. It's just annoying that we have to do the double check. I know. And there's nothing that is pushing out to say, hey, update is out there. Yeah, there's nothing out there that speaks to, unless I'm missing something. Y'all tell me if I'm missing something. The auto updates, I don't know if that's, I don't know. I don't know, depending on your phone, depending on your setup. Maybe that's a thing, but I was actually missing updates. I wasn't doing them. So they were sitting in there. And so just always do a double check and just see if there's an app update. I finally got to 100 followers on the FB, so I'm going to start like, oh, look at you. Elise, how are you? Thank you for grabbing that daily heart me. Welcome to the room, friend. Let me know. Thank you. Look at you, friend. Leanne, you're gonna be doing it. I love the streaming. How's it working for you? Elise, you said bring awareness to human trafficking. That's your topic. So we be aware of part of the prevention. So we be a part of the prevention, and our children need us to protect them by keeping them informed. It takes a village. I love that, friend. Do you go live? Let us know if you go live as well. So people who are interested in that, in my former life, I went to a session because I worked at a college, and so in my former life, we had a session with this local law enforcement, and they were saying, fun fact, not fun fact at all, but just a fact about Florida. Florida is I think we're number 3 in terms of trafficking that happens state in the country. So Texas, I think, is 1. California was 2. Florida was 3rd. So yeah. So really sad statistic. Anyone on Lemon 8? I am not. I think I'm technically I am. I think I am, but I have not done anything over there. On Pinterest, that's the one I've used before. So I've done that more so than Lemonade. Yeah, so I need to take a look at it. Anybody familiar with it? Hey, Charlie. I am, but I never do anything there. You never do anything there over there either. Yeah. So yeah, Elise, do you go live as well? I didn't see that in your bio, so let us know if you go live. Happy 3rd day of uh, Black History Month. Happy Black History Month. I was like, what the H stand for? History Black Month. So appreciate you, friend. I'm over there too. Color and Gems. How do you like it? You said I need to start at least. Yeah. So we talk about live stream. So that's essentially what this live is about. We talk about it. I am a creator network agency, so we talk about if you want to join the agency as well. So let me know if you have questions. I didn't talk about that as much at the 10 o'clock because I know there was so much information that the creators in the room wanted to share. Natty Nat, she's in the room. Shine on. Are you still here? Natty Nat came to the room. So you might want to connect with her. I don't see, Shine on, I think you are here. So connect with Natty Nat. Good afternoon, friend. Okay, thank you. You're welcome, friend. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll add it to my bio. Yeah, so if you go live, definitely add it. I say add a schedule. So you want to add the time zone, days of the week that you do it, or if you do pop-ups. Hello, thank you for I love you so much. And then making sure that people know that you actually do talk about it as a live stream host. You also want to schedule a live event. That's another thing to do. Schedule that live event. Thank you for the populars, Natty Nat. I appreciate you, friend. So schedule a live event as well so people know that you go live from that as well. So it really is, obviously you have a very important topic. So you want to be intentional about posting content about it, going live, talking about it, making sure you're, connecting with your target audience that you want to share the information with. So is it parents? Is it young people on the app? Meaning like young adults, like 18 plus, and just making sure you're sharing that information. Turn on your audience control, turn on your content disclosure too. All right. So yeah, that's because your topic is definitely something that could be pretty serious depending on what's happening. Okay. Thank you for the populars. I see you all. Appreciate the support. Thank you all. So um, I sure will. My target audience is young adults and parents. Yep. Okay. Yeah. So that's important. So just making sure you're connecting with them and engaging with content that talks about it, because I'm sure there's content out there about it as well. So just making sure that you're also in the comments with those people and going to those live streams. Hey, Black Lotus, the club victory. Appreciate your friend. So thank you so much. Appreciate you all. So yeah, that's important, guys. What I just said for those who are coming in, I said make sure you do your app updates. So make sure you have the latest version of TikTok. And then we were talking about the other social media platforms too, making sure you update on those too. So just make sure you have it all updated. Thank you, Charlie. Look at you, 28. Congratulations. I'm You said, I'm so mad that they really took all the other links in our bio. Yes. So you're saying like the YT and the IG? Yes, they did. They did. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate your husband reaction cam. Hello, friend. Um, yeah, yeah. Thank you for that daily heart me. Let me know if you go live as well. Thank you for being here. Married life equals me asking dumb questions, him regretting marriage. All right, friends, you go live. Yep, I like what I'm like, why did they do that? You know, here's so Janine, we have been talking about this for the last couple of days too, and I guess I need to probably make sure it stays on our radar just to start practicing. You know, Coach Jesse, when we first started the Zoom on Sunday, we brought it up there in terms of Service Plus. Thank you so much for the love you so much. We brought up the whole idea of Service Plus and thinking about Service Plus being that way that TikTok is going to also try to you know, circumvent all the other business ventures that are happening here, all the other things people are doing so that they can get a little piece of the pie. So Service Plus will probably be that. Now, granted, you have TikTok Shop for your physical products. People can pin it, do the shopping cart, the affiliates, you know, sellers can share their products, and obviously TikTok gets a cut of all those sales as well. Service Plus is different. It's really for the digital products, and I think they're using that as a way to, you know, allow people to promote their business in a way that they can kind of streamline it and structure it. They have the video courses now. That's another way that they get a small cut of any sales you have that way. So it'll be interesting how as time goes on, that they are leveraging that particular feature. The thought is that that's going to be your way to get attention about your services you offer. And so if you want leads and people to engage with your services, you're going to have to leverage Service Plus. There may be a day where there's no, you know, links in bio type experience, ways for people to engage. Bridget, thank you so much for being here. So, you know, not that that's happening immediately, but it is something you want to kind of pay attention to. And in the meantime, leverage or get familiar with Service Plus and start pinning notices and letting people understand that that's another way to connect with you. You know, when you're talking about your services and your live stream, you want to, you know, obviously you want to lead them to how to get more information, how to connect with you, do all the things. So Service Plus becomes a way to do that, depending on what your pin comment is and other things that you have there. So yeah, just start getting used to it. If you don't use it already, I would say, you know, start pinning things, pinning a notice. I didn't do it beforehand. I'm gonna set up Service Plus. Hello, friend. Thank you for that daily heart me. Something you can use. Oh, look at you! You change your photo, friend. I see you. So I didn't turn on Service Plus on this account. It is on this account here. So there's ways that you can do it, and I need to actually change my pin message. That's something I'm going to think about. So like here, this is my pin message. And so you can pin a message, you can change the verbiage. So the verbiage for you all, you see, you can send a direct message right now. It says, if you send a direct message, you can click that message and it goes straight to my inbox. Or if you click the Service Plus, you can have these other questions that pop up. So those type of things you want to get used to. The message here you can actually change. So I probably would change that message because that's not technically what I want you guys to know. I want you guys to know how to engage, what type of services I offer. So just know that that is something you can offer and share with your community as you go live, and you have services you want to offer. So I'm gonna unpin that. But keep that in mind. Get used to using it. Um, Not everybody obviously has services that they're trying to promote and trying to share out resources. But I think as you highlight that for your community, they'll know how to engage with your live stream, and that's something you can easily kind of fold into, how you can support. Yeah. Okay. So let me see my YT. Want to make sure. There we go. All right, friends. Hello. I did beat you. I saw it coming. I saw it real quick. I was like, okay. Sometimes you thank you so much, Black Lotus. I appreciate your friend. Just so that you know what just happened. Hey, Shay Sprays. I saw where somebody was being a troll in my YouTube, my YT chat. So I had to get rid of the troll. So I was like, oh, I see you about to troll. um, is my comment getting filtered? It is getting filtered. I didn't see any comments, friend. No, I didn't. This is your first comment. This is your very first comment. So, what do you want to try it again? How can I help you? Let me know if you have a question. But yeah, it did get filtered. How are you? I'm doing well, Shay Sprays. Here's something else I did yesterday. I stayed up a little late doing it. I always want you guys to know how to optimize your profile. I talk about this all the time. And you do know when you're following a high number, the most you can follow, not people who can follow you, but you can follow is 10K. So I'm trying to drill down the people I am following so that the algorithm knows, again, my following is targeted to people who are obviously people in the agency, people who I've connected with throughout my year or so being here, and that's a smaller number than the large number I had before. So I'm not, not everybody I've connected with in that way. So keep that in mind. You might want to bring those numbers down. I tell you guys that because I want your profile to operate ideally in a more efficient way, and you have the algorithm more informed about what type of content you want to engage in and what you want to follow versus just everything that's out there. Okay, so keep that in mind. So I say that because what made me say that is because I was like, oh, Shay Sprays just said, hey, how you doing? I was like, Shay Sprays, I saw her name. I was like, I'm following her. So thank you, Black Lotus. I need to know what gets filtered out. Um, TikTok has, it's hard to say. It depends on what words you used in your comment. TikTok has community guidelines. So if you had questions that may seem um, triggering of some sort, like maybe there's something in adult nature or something you said that was about money or making, little stuff like that. TikTok's like, wait a minute, that's not what we're talking about here. And so it will get blocked. It's kind of hard to say, sometimes it may be a word that is in the room that's blocked. If you use the word TikTok doesn't like using its name sometimes, or another social media platform, it could have gotten filtered because of that. My app was glitching, shaking my head. Oh, you did the latest update? So you said you just did the latest update. I don't know. This lately things have been very slow. My content is slow. I posted 2 videos in the last couple days and they're like low performing. My older content is doing better. New stuff, I think we're still in this space of the glitch, but the new stuff is not performing well at all. So it's just kind of interesting. We just have to kind of get through this season of what's happening with TikTok and how there'll probably be another update next week just because whatever's happening, I don't think it's gotten fixed yet. And then obviously we're in a space of new owners. new people. And so don't know what's happening. We talked about this the other day though, because I do think there's something to be said about, thank you, Silver Fox. Thank you for the populars. I see you with the league ball and the populars. I appreciate you both. We said this the other day when we think about just your why and why here, and as there are other platforms, new ones that are out there, and a lot of people have kind of shifted their attention and focus to the new ones, the new one in particular. Just recognizing that you want to make sure you stay consistent, and and don't lose momentum even when it's not operating the way you want it to, okay? Or it's not performing well, or you feel like, is this really, um, is this a waste of your time? So I'm going to say it's not. I think you always want to think about why you're doing it, what you're trying to do, how you're trying to grow, and then let that be the factor that kind of keeps you here. And it's gonna be a process. It's gonna be maybe a slow moving process, but in due time things will get better and it'll improve. So keep showing up. Make sure you're doing the app updates. Make sure your Wi-Fi or your 5G, whatever internet connection you have, is optimized and performing well. There's some things that may make your device lag a little bit. If you have saved content and videos, you might have to do remove those videos or post them and kind of save clear out your space on your device, as well as, thank you for the populars, friend, as well as thinking of clearing out space and doing what do you call it? Clear out your caches. That's all that stuff. So you want to do that as well. So all that will help your phone, your device operate better. But yeah, at the end of the day, just make sure you're doing what you need to do. Thank you all. I see you, Silver Fox. Thank you for those populars. I appreciate you all. Thank you all for the likes and shares. If you don't mind liking and sharing out the live a little bit more, we'll see if we get some more friends in the room. Um, TikTok, we are talking live streaming here. Let me know if you guys have any questions. I appreciate you. Hey, Diana, thank you for that daily heart me. Um, and so let me know if you guys have any questions in the meantime. I know, for me, I'm going to keep posting the content. February, my goal for February, and we're on the third day now. So I got to post a video today. We'll see how it does. Hey, Rich, how you doing, friend? We'll see how it does. But I'm going to continue to post the content. So I got to post some content later tonight. I've been doing it in the evenings. Actually, it's my, what do you call it? They have the creator assistant. It's like an AI messaging or AI content um, message thing. It kind of analyzes your content and gives you feedback in the app. It said that the evening time is better for me to post, so I'm gonna try to follow its direction and see if that matters. So I'm gonna post that. Hey Eugene, how you doing? Thank you for the shares as well. I appreciate you, Elise. Thank you for that. So I'm gonna pay attention to it. I'm gonna see if that works. But at the end of the day, um, yeah, I'm gonna try to stick with it. And the videos are not well. So I usually do get over 100 views. These videos are barely hitting 100. So I'm like, okay, TikTok. But we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep posting. And it's sluggish. Maybe I should say it that way. So it's not that it's not getting views, but it seems like it's taking longer. Like each post is taking longer. So again, I think that's part of the glitch. And I was one of those people where I really was waiting before I posted again. So I hadn't posted the last few days in January. I had stopped because I was like, well, let me just see what happens first. And so I posted on February 1st. That was the first time I posted since the glitch happened. I think the time before that I might have posted like last Thursday or Friday, maybe Friday or Saturday, one of the days. My old content is doing better than new. Yes, that's exactly what's happening to me too. As a matter of fact, when I went into the posting area where it kind of did an analysis of my videos, it's gone up in terms of views, like significantly. And there's videos that were essentially, I didn't think they were, what do you call it? Trending topics and stuff, but things that are now trending topics, they're performing well. So it seems like a lot of my old videos, like videos in the month of January, maybe I should say that. I don't think like old, but videos I had done in January, they're performing better, like earlier in the month. So, so yeah. So, at the end of the day, make sure you have the content. Some of your new stuff and your old stuff may end up trending and doing well. I was saying the other day, yesterday, was it yesterday? Yesterday, I think we had the conversation about Creator Search Insights. The last video I just did, it was a Creator Search Insight topic, content gap topic that I used. It was definitely trending as if it was something that people were searching. Currently, I'm not seeing a lot of traction from it, but we'll see. We'll see if it ends up performing better over the next few days, or at some point, it'll get better. But those videos tend to do better for me when I use Creator Search Insights. They tend to do a little bit better for me, um, because it seems as if the algorithm is looking for that content. TikTok said I had an unstable connection. I'm not sure what's happening, but it says it's green, so it might be the app or such. So I'm not sure. Let me know. Are you guys getting kicked out? Let me know if you guys are getting kicked out. I wonder if that's what's happening on your end. Thank you all who are here. I appreciate you. But yes, it unstable connection. So I'm not sure if this particular live is going to. Yep, I did several times. Yeah. So it's acting weird. I'm not sure what's happening. I kept accidentally swiping out. Oh, so you said it was you. You said you was the problem, wasn't TikTok. TikTok would That's not, no, it's understandable. I get swiped out of people's lives I swipe myself out all the time. And then what happens is if it's somebody like in the agency, I swipe out, y'all see me fly into the next live, and I was like, oh, now I gotta stay. So you said I did the same. So that happens all the time to me where I end up staying because I swiped into somebody else in the agency, and I was like, okay, well, let me just stay for a minute because now I look stupid if I leave quickly because they see me. So yeah, so I do stay because of that. Yeah, so thank you all for being here. I appreciate you. Hey, Radiate Wellness, how are you, friend? Thank you, Coach Chantel. I see you as well coming through. Thank you guys for coming through. I know there's a couple people. Thank you for that, heart. Me appreciate it. Let me know if you guys had questions. I know there's a couple people who were going live today. I know Mrs. Treetop, she was sharing earlier. Jill, how you doing, friend? How are you? Hopefully all is well. Thank you for popping in. Others popping into the room. I appreciate you guys coming through. Hopefully you guys are having a good day. And if you're new, thank you for grabbing that daily heart. If you're new, feel free to say new. Thank you for the roses, friend. How's everything going? And then others, let me know. Who else is going live? Trisha T, what did you cook the other day? I missed it. The chicken adobo. I gotta look it up because Nika been teasing me because I said in her chat, oh, I need to look that up because I had not seen it. Yes, so I had not seen the dish. I didn't know what it. I'm looking it up on. Actually, oh, that looks good. So I'm on Google right now looking at it, and it looks really good. Okay. So I had not seen what it looks like, and so autocorrect said I had not seen that fish. Clearly, I heard her say chicken, and it was supposed to be dish, not fish. So she was like, Doc, what's wrong? So she ended up teasing me because I was like, ma'am, it was a mistake. It was autocorrect. You said it was a hit. That's awesome. It looks delicious, friend. I'm just looking at some Google images of it. It looks really good. Good, no longer banned. Okay, well that's good. Look at you, Jill. You back. Every bite Ethan took was a dance after. Oh, that's sweet. When they're that age, that is so sweet. Thank you so much, Title Gifter of the Roses. I see you, Silver Fox. Appreciate your friend. Oh, look at you. Look at you leveled up, Jill, to 15, level 15 in the room. Appreciate you as well. Thank you all for coming through. I appreciate the support. So yeah, are you going live today or is it gone? Or do you have leftovers rather? Let me know if you're going live. Others in the room, let me know who else is going live. Janine, are you going live again? I don't know if you had to swipe out, friend. I had to call my girlfriend and thank her for the recommendation. Oh, recommended. All right, nice, nice. You said, I am going live. What are you cooking? That's the next question. Like, what are you cooking? No, on Wednesday. Okay. So, Janine, what's your new schedule? Let's hear your new schedule. Let me know if you want to come up because I know you obviously you said January was a little bit of a struggle, but you're in a better space now. So, bacon corn chowder. Wow, that sounds good. That sounds really good. I love all types of chowders. I'm a chowder girl. I don't know. Yeah. So clam, lobster, conch chowder. That's Bahamian. So just so the conch chowder, I love that. Um, the corn chowders I love too. So yeah, I'm a chowder girl. Good afternoon. Thank you so much. How you doing, Mick? Appreciate your friend. That sounds good. It does. Y'all gotta get by there. She does a great job. Here we go, opening the boxes. You so funny, Black Lotus. I mean, wrong. Black Lotus, I went to go visit you too, friend. I came by to visit you. I was trying to see if I can get up in your boxes, okay? She said, here we go, opening up these boxes again. I love it. You said, Janine, yesterday's live was so good. Great topic. I went back to my old schedule Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern, Sundays at 5 Eastern. Okay, there we go. That's a great schedule. Yeah. Um, what was the topic about last yesterday? And is your target audience still people in the healthcare profession? Let me know if has that kind of been the focus going into this new year? Because I know that was kind of the transition you were looking to do. Um, my new friends joining us. Let me know if you join. Appreciate you all being here. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm gonna make sure I answer questions. I appreciate you all being here as well. Um, So yeah, I wonder if that's it. All things I was thinking definitely needed. Glad it resonated. That's awesome. Awesome. Yeah. So if you guys get a chance, Janine talks about she's a finance coach. The topic was burnout. Okay. Okay. All right, friend. Hey, it's hey. Sometimes you got to make sure you share it and talk to people and kind of figure out what works for you. Hey, Pastor, how are you, friend? Come on in. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, so share information that works for you, friend. I mean, tips on burnout is going to be so important where people can figure out. You said, sorry, I missed it, friend. Yes, so it's interesting. Yeah, my ideal client is healthcare moms. Okay, perfect, perfect. Hey, Pastor D, thank you for that daily heart me. I need those tips for burnout. Yeah, yeah, burnout comes in so many different ways too. So you got to figure out, what is it. Hello, friend. So, what is it about? What's causing burnout too? But burnout with your budget as well. Gotcha. Burnout with your budget. Yeah, yeah. So I was thinking burnout broadly, but you saying burning out your money. Is that what you mean, or not having a budget? So you create burnout because you don't have one. Hey, Flourish, how you doing? Thank you so much for being here. So, when it comes to going live, it can cause burnout as well. I don't disagree with that. I actually said that in my live in the 10 o'clock. Hello, hello. I said that in my 10 o'clock. Obviously I talked about posting as consistency is based on what you deem as consistent. So you decide what that looks like. Thank you so much. It says 1 year. Look at you, Pastor D. How are you? 1 year. Okay. You joined it. What you been in? So come on in. Appreciate you. I appreciate the support. Thank you with the I love you so much as well, Flourish. So, it definitely can cause burnout doing the live stream. I don't deny that. So on my 10 o'clock, I actually had my friend, I told you my friend who was recovering, or she's still actually in her chemo treatments. But she's like, "Do you ever get tired of going live?" And I said, "You know what?" I said, "Absolutely. I wouldn't be honest with myself if I don't feel like I get tired of it." I will say this though, when I get here, I oftentimes am happy I did it. I'm happy I showed up. For me, This is a journey, and it's not about the one day of doing it or just doing it for a few days or months or something like that. It's a consistent process. How you doing, Victoria? Thank you for this follow. I'm consistently showing up. So for me, when I show up, I usually feel good that I did show up. I'm here. I'm present. I said there's some days where I say, okay, I'm only going to show up for an hour. Y'all have heard me say this. Sundays usually do that to me. By the end of the week, I have the 10 o'clock, I have the 4 o'clock, and then we have the Zoom at 6:30. So that's like a lot of days of going live, a long time of going live. And then there's days when my schedule is fuller than not, and I'm on Zoom meetings in between the live sessions. And so those days I feel like they become a little bit more exhausting. Hey Susan, thank you so much. But at the same time, like I said, when I show up, I'm excited because I'm getting questions from you all, the community, we're engaging. And so for that reason, I really enjoy it. It's something that has become part of who I am and what I do. And so for that, I enjoy it. And I see this as an extension of my personal and professional, connections. And so I love that. But you got to figure out what works for you. Again, burnout can happen. So pace yourself. Think about what does this look like for your growth strategy. What you're trying to do is not going to be done in one day. What's the saying? Rome wasn't built in one day, and it wasn't. None of these countries and cities and stuff were. So you want to make sure that you show up in a way that you can say, this is consistency and what it looks like for me. And as a result, here's what I should expect to have happen. So if you are a person that's just showing up one time a month or a couple times in a week, two to three, two, I don't say two, three is better than two, obviously. But if you're that person and you're like, oh, well, I'm not getting engagement. Oh, no one's coming to my room. Oh, no one's asking questions or no one's getting my offer. I would say shift how you're operating. Maybe it's your consistency, your definition of consistency. Maybe it is some of the things you're doing in your life. How are you helping the algorithm get to know who you are and what you're doing? Some of that has to happen in the early stages of this so that ultimately you can get the results you're looking for in the future. Okay. So, yeah. Um, so thank you so much. I appreciate you sharing that. And so, you guys got to decide on what that looks like for you. Thank you so much, pals. I see you talking to the, um, and so I don't have an answer. So I'm gonna answer that. Thank you so much. Like I said, the YT group is different. They built different over there. So the questions you get have nothing to do with live streaming at times. It's like, what are we doing here, people? So yeah. So yeah, keep that in mind, guys. So consistency is going to be your definition of what that looks like. And like I said, you have to look at what type of results you're looking to get to. All right. Any questions, friends? Let me know if you guys have questions. I know some of us are um, multitasking. How's everything going, Vibe Wellness? Susan, how you doing as well? Thank you so much. Rich, let me know how you're doing as well. Others in the room, let me know how you're doing. I asked earlier, Vibe Wellness, you went live today, and I think you're now on a different schedule as well. So she's kind of working through her schedule as well. So I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. And so I think you're working on your new schedule. You said, I'm good. That's good. That's good. So yeah, so appreciate you being here. Susan, have you started your live journey yet? Have you started going live yet? Thank you so much. Welcome. Thank you, Pals. No. Right. That's fine, friend. Yes, you said doing good. I got 100 followers today. Wow. Look at you. Congratulations. Wow. Now, Rich, do you go live? Hard working, love being nice and happy. Let me know. I keep putting it off. You keep putting it off? All right. All right. So, hey, it's up to you, friend. I mean, like I said, it's up to you in terms of why what you want to talk about in your live and if you want to get started. Thank you. Yes, I do. So 1,000 followers. Awesome. 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 Dorita, thank you so much. Holding space. Appreciate you coming through as well. Appreciate everybody who's joining the live stream. Let me know if there's any questions as you guys come into the live and say hello. You said I'll go live at 12 p.m. Um, in the evening. Okay, I get off at 4 and come to you. I'll go back at 7 and get off at 11. Okay, there. Okay, thank you, Black Lotus. Black Lotus, that's a great schedule. You said 12 and then you get off and then you come here, and then you go back at 7. Love it, love it. And then you're gonna, so tomorrow at 7, are you gonna be doing the battles for your campaign, the music campaign? Keep us posted on how we can support you. So yeah, others who came into the room, I appreciate you coming in as well. We got a smaller group. I think my app is really glitching. These are the times when you kind of look at your app, because it did say unstable connection, but it's green, so apparently it's not getting pushed out. But I will say there is kind of a rule of thumb that you end the live and you just start over again. I'm not going to start over because I'm only going to stay on maybe another um, 10 or 15 more minutes. I'm gonna definitely get over an hour because I'm like 8 minutes from an hour. So I may stay maybe an hour and a half. We'll see. Yes, I like it then. And then I go at midnight until 9 a.m. And then I go to Leanne. I repeat that every day. Do you really? Like, I love that. So Black Lotus, that's your schedule, huh? I love it. Now you've been exploring the other platform too. What are your thoughts over there? I think you had shared that once before that you've seen it over there. Thank you all who are coming in. I appreciate your friends. Thank you so much for joining the live. Let me know if you guys have questions. What are your thoughts over there? Um, and then anybody else explored it? I've had mixed reviews from people in terms of what their thoughts are over there. It seems like it's like a work in progress, still needs to be developed. Um, but definitely has the upside when it comes to the monetization, has the upsides when it comes to the gifts, like the gifts on screen seem to be very elaborate, kind of takes over your screen. You said no league to worry about is awesome. Okay, so the league, I didn't think about that. I hadn't heard that one as a benefit. Aaliyah, thank you so much for joining. See your friend. Thank you so much for being here. I think I saw the original. How are you, friend? Thank you so much for being here. Others coming in. Elle, thank you for joining. Appreciate that as well. So yes, I hadn't thought about the league. The league is that's hey beautiful. How you doing, friend? Thank you so much for coming in and supporting the live. How you doing as well? Um, you know, it is it's interesting. Yes, just got off my live stream. How was it, friend? Awesome, awesome. It's interesting with the no league because I think the league can be such a unnecessary stressor to the whole experience. But I get it. Thank you, Elle. Appreciate you. Thank you for the hearts. Appreciate you. Um, I get it in the sense of if you want to make this a little bit more competitive, if you want to challenge bigger creators, but also it's also just people are discouraged by it too. So it doesn't make for a great experience either because it's so um, it's just so challenging to achieve it on a daily basis. Went well today, no glitches. Meanwhile, I've been complaining about glitches. So thank you for that. Good job. Well, that's good. No glitches. Thank you for the gifts. I see you, Leah. Appreciate that. Thank you for the support, friend. Thank you all. But yeah, it's been acting up a little bit. They said the signal's not. It's been acting up for me, so it's all good. Um, but what I was gonna say is lots of leagues are there. Lots of A leaguers. Okay, A leaguers. Yeah, like I said, the A League. Oh my gosh. I need to reach out to Lisa Live. She's in the agency. I'm gonna reach out to her because she got into the A League and she got into the A League in a way that her community kind of bumped her up, and she has moments and days where the gifting is really good, and then she has some days where it's not so good. When you get into the A League, you got to have gifting really to stay where you don't lose a fragment. You have to have gifting really good almost every single day. How you doing, Allison? Appreciate your friend. So because of that, when you have a couple of days where it's not good, and obviously we just came off the whole glitching thing, and all that's happening. I think she's kind of like disillusioned from it. She's like, "Oh, this is crazy." So true, Dr. Lisa. So true. It is. Yeah. And you got to have a solid community that is going to support and keep you at that, 80% or so for what the A League deems as, important for you not to lose your fragment. But they make it harder for you to get there. And I think that's where, you know, they have to come up with another system where people can, the shields aren't enough and the fragment concept is not enough. And you have these days where people can actually pause their gallery and not have to, it's almost like you can go on vacation. You really should be able to go on vacation and take a couple of days off and then come back and unfreeze it. You know what I'm saying? So all that to me should be part of it. Forever D, how are you, friend? Thank you so much for being here. And so that's not something they do, which is unfortunate. And they literally are gonna lose people if they don't change their system in a way that it really does make it a little bit more creator centered. So people feel like, okay, if I'm going to spend my time here, if I'm going to do this, if I'm going to make this part of my overall growth strategy here on the app, and I want to engage and I want to be a strong live host, and live streamer, the whole league thing has to be reimagined, in my opinion, because it is challenging. It's unnecessarily challenging. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, let me know. I'm happy to explain the whole league concept. But what Black Lotus put out there is that the other platform does not have leagues. It doesn't have it. And like I said, I don't disagree with the concept of leagues. I think the concept is great. It offers a little bit of competition. It offers something for you to strive towards. All that makes sense. I think their structure is too challenging and strenuous so that it just doesn't work. And you should be able to pause your league and not have to struggle so hard if you're climbing, obviously in the B League or the A League and stuff like that. So especially the A Leagues, like I said, those A Leaguers, you get people who get there and their community is rallying behind them and supporting them, and then to stay there is just impossible the way it's structured now. It's not impossible, but it's extremely challenging. So just keep that in mind as you guys grow and as you build. It's almost as if you want to decide pretty early on if you want to make that part of your process. And I tell you guys all the time, not that you shouldn't pay attention to the leagues, but don't get consumed by them. Don't be somebody who is always chasing a league, because your community is evolving all the time. People are coming and going off the app. People are shifting. People are changing. People who were strong supporters for you, they may decide, thank you, Aaliyah, thank you very much. They may decide that, hey, I want to do my own live journey. And then their time is now focused on building their community and growing and stuff. And so all that is part of it. And so you just got to recognize that this is a forever evolving process. And you have to be also willing to understand that you're going to have to constantly work on building your community and grow in it. And so leagues, you got to grow it to begin with anyway, if you want to play the league game. But to stay in the league game, you constantly have to think about your community, how to grow it, and how to be strategic about it. And so that's the conversation I'm probably going to have to have with a few people who are growing rapidly, and just understanding like, okay, there's this thing that you're going to have to kind of continue to focus on with that league. And so now you have to kind of think about, what does that mean for you to build a community surrounding that? Okay, so just keep that in mind. And I think we had a conversation once before about the whole concept of battling. A lot of times the A leaguers and the high B leaguers, that is part of their strategy. So if you get there without battling, you're pretty fortunate. That is awesome. To keep that in mind. That is great that your community, what you're offering in your live stream, allows you to do that. But that is not the norm. That's just not the norm. So the battling is a big piece of it for the majority. And so I say that because I want you guys to understand that if you're looking to grow, like, that becomes a big piece of it for the majority of people. And when I say B leaguers and A leaguers, I'm talking about like the B2, B1, B1, 2, maybe even B3, because I was at 3. I should have been battling more and I don't do it. And that's partially why you drop 2, because each day you're trying to kind of maintain that, and it's hard because it moves quickly. And even with me going live twice a day, that's not enough. B4 has been okay for me for the most part. Um, and I feel like I could maintain this for the most part. There's days when some days are better than others, but for the most part, it seems realistic. Whereas other days in the B3 league, it was challenging because that little what do you call it? The little graft, that percentage, it moves quickly, and you're slowly sliding down. You're sliding down much quicker. So just keep that in mind as you guys grow. I know some people say the C League is challenging. It is. Don't get me wrong, it is challenging. But the B League is even more challenging. And then again, paying attention to the gift gallery and all that stuff, that's just another thing that you have to focus on. You have to be cognizant of it. Thank you so much, Guitar America. How you doing, friend? How's everything going? Um, Couple things. Thank you for the watch in 200 minutes. I see you, Rich. Appreciate your friend. Thank you for the support. Couple things I wanted to say from an agency perspective, really quickly, guys. Our campaign is starting tonight. Starts at midnight. You said it's a headache trying to maintain it. It is. It is. And that's again, that's how this conversation started, because I think the leagues need to be reimagined. People should feel like this is fun and enjoyable. They shouldn't be stressed about it. So in that way, I think they could reimagine it and make it not as stressful. You're welcome. Stay blessed and happy. I appreciate your friend. Um, so campaigns. Campaign starts the February campaign is called Love and Hustle. Love and Hustle. And all love and hustle, um, gentle. I want you guys to be successful and grow. So I'm really excited because I think this campaign, we'll see how it goes. But I think this campaign could be a great way to see some shifts in how people go live and the momentum there. So it'll be interesting to see it, but I think we should do well in this one. The campaign, really quickly, when one of the features in there is that I checked off the box for the valid go live day. So valid go live. Thank you for the populist, Miss K Latte. The valid go live day means that you've gone live for over an hour. Okay, so when you look at your analytics, and you're like, why didn't it track that I went live for, you know, 30 days in January or 31 days in January, because you went live every single day? If any of those lives were under an hour, it did not count it. Did not count it, okay, as a valid go live day. So just keep that in mind. And so it counts based on you going live for over an hour. Now, it did count it as a live stream, as a live stream that you did, even if it's under an hour, but not a valid go live day. Okay? Reset Monday, monthly, not weekly, greedy TikTok. The reset should happen Monday, monthly, not weekly. For the gift gallery, yeah, I mean, I agree with that. I agree with that. I think, like I said, even before the gift gallery, it is what it is. And honestly, I would agree with a monthly reset than a weekly. But, well, kind of, because I mean, and monthly, it just means other people. What typically happens is that once you get a gift, you don't always have the same competition with each gift. So some people might come in and it's like, ooh, I see the roses. Roses you usually get competition for. I see the roses. I'm going to become the title gifter for roses by sending an additional rose. So you see that happen, but the other gifts not necessarily. So if they didn't do it weekly, you wouldn't have a change of title gifters each week. So for that reason, I can get with why they have it done weekly. But the leagues, to me, is the problem, because that's based off a 24-hour clock. That's not even weekly. That's like 24 hours. Every 24 hours, you're paying attention to that league. Okay, I'll put the sticker out so you guys can actually see it. So did it do it? Let me go back. Okay. So yeah, so it's about to expire in 5 hours. And for me to get a fragment, I have to get 5 K diamonds. Not, somebody has said taps earlier. It's not taps, it's actually diamonds. So that means the gifting have to equate to 5.1K for potentially me to get a diamond, I mean a fragment, the next shield, next fragment, that they are not shield. Um, the problem with that is, as that's not true. That's not true. That is true right now, but as the night goes on, there's still 5 more hours left. So if that was a true statement, then that 5.1K would get me a fragment, wouldn't it? No, because that 5.1K actually, as night goes on and more people battling, it's going to push that number up higher, because I'm going to slide back down. And what's 5.1K now by 10:59? That's probably going to be like 8.4K. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to even need more than that. So I think for that reason, they need to change it too. That's another reason why they should change it. They keep the target moving. They do. They do. Like, that's not true. So, and that's confusing for a lot of creators, because they come here and it's like, oh, I did it, I got it. No, you didn't. You did not, because that number is it's a moving target. The trickery, yeah, it's trickery. It's very deceiving. And so, um, if you're going on vacation, if you're sick, if you oh, thank you, pals. If you're sick or anything else happening, you can't show up, you can't freeze this. You said, you said go to sleep. Oh, if you go to sleep, that's true. Yeah, you can't freeze it. So I think in that way, you should be able to freeze the league, give it a timeout. You said five galaxies would fix that. That would Yeah, so it's interesting. So that's what Black Lotus was talking about. She was talking about this league thing. So she said they don't have leagues on the other thing, which I think actually, again, I don't think the leagues are bad. I just think they need to offer more um, support to creators that are doing it, especially like I said, the A League, the B League, and then I would almost say I would say all the leagues having some opportunity to freeze it. So if you're saying 2026, like if you had vacation days and they wanted to institute vacation days based on your leagues, like, so if you're an A leaguer, you can get 2 weeks vacation. If you're a B leaguer, you could get at least 1 week vacation. C leaguer, I would say at least give them 5 days. You know what I'm saying? And then the D League, give them 3 days. Whatever it is, you should have some days that you can pause it. So that's what I'm saying. A good night rest could cost you a whole fragment. It could. And that's horrible. That's horrible. For now, it would. Um, for now, it would until a few hours pass. Yep. At least I got to check out my about to die. Catch you later. Okay. Thank you, friend. I don't know about that, but I appreciate you, friend. 100 comments. Thank you for the support. Yeah, so it's just something you guys have to pay attention to. I tell you not to pay attention to it. If you are in the D League, don't pay. Oh, your phone. Okay, I was like, what's about to die? Thank you, friend. Yeah, charge your phone. Um, the D League, I would say, please don't pay attention to that. It's not time for that. Don't pay attention to it. I don't care if you're D1. Don't pay attention to the leagues. Don't do that to yourself. It's not the time for it. You're growing. You're focused on your community. You're building. If you're in the C League, I would almost say don't pay attention to it until C League. You kind of got to pay attention to it, but I would say don't pay attention to it really until you're like C4. That's when I'm like, okay, now let's start focusing a little bit on the league, so you at least know what's happening there. Especially if you're somebody who don't go live daily. Okay, so I don't want you to be focused on this and like, oh, what's going to happen? Oh my gosh, and you're still building your community, because really in the C League, you're still building, and you've had moments that were really good that kind of pushed you higher, but being cognizant of like this league stuff too early is uncovering what we say, the trickery. It's uncovering and discovering that it's a moving target, and you're just not gonna get it every day. And so all that is part of the aha moments. And you're like, what did I get myself into? And I don't want you to be frustrated by that. And I don't want you to be discouraged by it. So I want you to not pay attention to that. Okay. Battlers need a different league category. That would be interesting. Yeah, that would be interesting. Naya's here, Braden. Thank you for the follow, friend. How are you, friend? Um, yeah, I would get with that. People who do it on a regular basis. Yeah, yeah. There's some people who could really, yeah, who like if you did it, if you leagued up because you had a battle that got you there, maybe that's a different category because that happens quite a bit. That will happen quite a bit, and then you're like, oh, I'm here. Like, I think there's a way for them to catch that or monitor that so that it's not so surprising. But yeah, that just doesn't, that's something that, people need to be aware of. Yeah. Um, Let me know if there's other questions. I was looking at my time. Um, what was I about to say? I was going to say something else connected to leagues too. So I appreciate you all being here. I got 15 minutes before 90 minutes. So hey, look at here. We're going to go 15 minutes. We can go 15 more minutes if you guys don't mind indulging me. So let me say this. This is a live, and this is where you kind of have to pay attention to your stream, what's happening. This is probably what I should have started over. I'll be honest with you. And so I'm starting to note that a little bit more. Like, oh, it glitched on me last week, and I started over because it froze. Like I was on the screen frozen, so I had to start over. Well, when I started over, that live was better. It was a better live. So this one has been a little wonky. Um, and I would say I would probably need to, if I was going to stay here, I probably would need to, um, probably would have needed to start over like in the first 15, 20 minutes. So just something to think about. I got the flash goal. I can't remember when they gave it to me, but they gave it to me like maybe within the first 20 to 25 minutes. It was earlier in the live stream. And so I probably should have started over before the flash goal, maybe. So that might be something like, hey, they haven't given me a flash goal. Let me start over like within the first 15 minutes just to kind of get it going again. I know people come in, they drop their heart me, so some early engagement had happened, but I probably should have thought about that. So just note to self, but also saying it out loud to all of you. Thank you so much, friend. Is it Asali Herbal Medicine? Thank you so much for being here. Um, and so just note to myself, but note to all of you too. Like if you're saying that something's not going well for you, if you don't see the live cooperating well, you might want to take note and start over or end the live or, whatever. So, and it did give me a little message earlier, like unstable Wi-Fi connection. So I'm like, okay, was that me, TikTok, or was that you? And I think it was TikTok. TikTok is acting up because my connection is pretty good. So keep that in mind, guys. I would just say, take a note of how your signal's going. Um, in the meantime, a couple things when it comes to, let me go back to the league real quick. Because when it comes to the league, I was saying how you want to build your community and stuff. You can grow you can grow in your league. You can build even with a smaller community. So it is kind of a misconception that you need a big community to do it. You can build your battle team. You can build a community that will support each other. You guys go around and support each other, and because of that, you're leaguing up because of how the engagement is happening and the gifting, and you're bringing new people to the fold. But that's a strategy too, and so you want to be intentional about how you're going about this, because if your goal is to grow and do the leagues, and if you're going to do it through battling and stuff, then just be cognizant of that. That does require people to show up in a way that you need to be prepared to show up and reciprocate that. Okay. So that's going to be a big piece of it. And if you're growing in your league, you should be able to reciprocate it, but it requires, again, the commitment from everybody. Okay. So it's just something that you want to pay attention to, because I don't want you to, all of a sudden take that approach. Then you're looking at it like, okay, how do I continue this? And so you have some people who have rooms that room, and again, they don't have people in there coming in and supporting all the time. Um, and so I know a couple of our creators have had that happen to them, and so they're really being intentional and strategic about, okay, who do they support, and how often are they out there reciprocating that support too. So keep that in mind too. Other questions? Let me know if there's some other questions, friends. Let me know if there's some other questions. I want to make sure I answer and honor any other questions that are coming in. You're a smaller group tonight, so who else is going live? Who else is going live? Peggy, how you doing, friend? Thank you for popping in. I see you as well. Let me know if you have any questions. Elle, it was good checking out your live last night. You're going, you're staying at it. I saw your friend. Elle had to ask me anything, and she had it on her board. So I was like, let me start asking her questions. So she had to ask me anything live. So you going live? Oh, you're going live tonight, Leanne. Okay, is this the February where you going live? In the evenings now. I think you did say Tuesdays. Thanks. You're welcome, Frank. You're welcome. Yeah, so the Ask Me Anything live. So I asked the question. Obviously, I just wanted to hear your thoughts about overthinking and how fear plays into it. So yeah. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday evenings. Okay, nice. And that is at 7 p.m. Eastern. And these are now, if I understood correctly, you are now flipping these to your beginner art lessons, essentially beginner drawing lessons that you're doing in the evenings. I'm trying to remember what we discussed. I think that's what you said. So you're going to be doing this as your beginner drawing lessons. That'll be good for building new views and stuff, especially people in different time zones. And yeah, so I am a 6:30 p.m. so I'm crocheting. Nice, nice. What are you crocheting? Urban Eye Candy, what are you going to be crocheting? Yes, on these days there will be the evenings, and let's see how it goes. Okay, I love it. I love it. So, and that's kind of an addition because January you didn't do the evenings at all, did you? I think you stopped and you only had your morning lives. And so now February you're adding the evenings, so it'll feel fresh and new. And you should get some views on that. You really should get new viewers on that. Live studio or phone. I paused them in January. Yeah. So live studio as well for the drawing. I'm assuming so because of live studio. Okay, good. That's good. That should be good. Your live studio is a hit. There was people earlier today that was asking about live studio again. Trying to decide on mittens or hats. All right. Or both. Do a set. Do a mitten hat set. Um, I love that. Yeah, my Urban Eye Candy. She talked about um, crocheting a little gift for my little guy. We're about to warm up again. So he wanted mittens because he heard people talking about mittens. He saw them on, I guess, on one of his little shows. And I was like, baby, you don't need mittens. But although he did need them this week has been cold, yesterday and today. So he could have used his little mittens, but he had his little hands in his pockets, so he was fine. so, so yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, so I would say do a set so we can see hat and glove set. I know it takes a long time, so maybe I'm teasing. I don't want you to do something you're like, oh, ma'am, mittens with the strings. Oh, yes, that's true. So that they don't, so you don't lose them. I had, so you're talking about the old school one where they had the string that went through your sleeves. So you can put them all the way through your sleeve, and then when you took your coat off, your mittens were in there. That's a good idea. That's the old school way. They need to bring that back. So they definitely need to bring that back. And maybe you can have like little hooks where they could hook it on, like little button hooks. That would be cute. So it can unbutton with a crochet string. Hopefully that works with the little kids, I guess. I don't, yeah, with the little kid hands. Um, Let me know if there's questions. We had some new friends join us. I appreciate you all coming in. Let me know if you have any questions. I saw for a few people come in and join. You said I had a pair as a delt from H&M. Did you really? Oh, wow. Oh, wow, with the string too. Okay, I see you. Wow, that's awesome. Um, with the string too, probation. Okay, so what I was going to tell you guys campaign. So the agency campaign starts tomorrow. Yep, you said I never lost them. I know you didn't. You didn't. Did they unhook if you didn't want them on the string? Could you have them where they unhooked for you? I hope they did. That would be good. Um, how you doing, friend? How you doing, Charlie? Appreciate your friend coming through. Um, agency campaign is happening starting midnight tonight, so you'll see that. No, they had the string. Okay, gotcha. So they will always, oh, they only had the string, so they were always attached to the string. Okay, gotcha. So that's happening tonight at midnight, so you guys can join that. You have that, and then there's points for your valid go live days, so you'll get points for going live. You'll get points for the minutes you go live, 15 points exactly. And then you get points for doing matches, diamonds and matches, and then your regular diamonds. So all that kind of moves you up on the leaderboard. I say that because in February, I do see this as an opportunity, especially for our creators that were like from 1 to 25. If you look at January's campaign, there was quite a few people that were in the top 25 that were really people who went live a lot. Maybe voice live, that does count. It is a valid go live. Thank you so much. I appreciate the freestyle in the pop. What's the pop about? In the what is it? Overreact. Where are these gifts from? It must be from a campaign. The slow motion. So so there were a lot of agency folks that have moved up the leaderboard because of their engagement. Okay, yes. So just for their engagement on the live, the fact that they were going live, that's what I mean by engagement. The fact that they were going live, how many minutes they went live. So all of that factored in. And so as you do this February campaign, the Love and Hustle, and I called it that because, we love, you know, um, some aspects of being here and engaging with our community and building community. We love it, love it, love it. But it has been a hustle. We just talked about the leagues. We talked about being consistent. We know there's some hustle pieces of this. And so that's why I named it that way. So just know there's some elements to this that hopefully will drive consistency. Hopefully it will help you improve. Hopefully you will grow. Hopefully this will have a positive impact on your monetization as well. So all that is while we're doing it. So you'll see that in the campaign. Um, and now you said now it's five. I know. I told you. I told you by 5 hours from now, right at 10:59. Yeah, that's easily going to be eight, maybe nine. Yep. You said no pressure. Might be 8 or 9 by then. It's all good. It's all good. Like I said, the fragment, I don't even worry about it. It's all good. Um, because at the end of the day, I'm in the safe zone, so I don't have to worry about losing one. Um, Enar said I probably should battle at some point today. I could have used this time to battle, but I'm good. I didn't want to battle. Honestly, the support is good. I don't want to overextend folks. We got enough folks that are gonna be battling. I know Black Lotus. Thank you, Urban Eye Candy. Appreciate you. I know Black Lotus is trying to do some battles recently. In the next day or so, we have who is it? Coach Jessie. She's doing Friday. She has a battle coming up as well. I'm trying to think. I think Love Universified. I think you're trying to do a battle Saturday or Sunday. There's going to be some more engagement that's happening. I think people are going to be doing some friendlies. And so if you guys do want a coordinated battle, let me know. I don't have anything that I'm coordinating as of yet. Um, you're such a calm person. I need this energy. I guess at the end of the day, you know what? So all of this to me, I try not to let it stress me. Like I said, the leagues can stress you depending on where you're at, but it's all good. It's all good. I'm a strong believer in what's meant for me is for me, I'm going to continue to grow on this app. I'm going to continue to build. I'm going to continue to serve and support people. So that's my focus right now. So I mentioned a campaign. Something else I was supposed to mention. I don't remember. The campaign was the main thing I was supposed to mention. I will say, so that's happening. I will say from a retreat perspective for the agency, once I get off here, I got to review the contract, finish reviewing the contract for the agency retreat that's happening in June 5th, 6th, and 7th. If you are going to sign up for it. I need to send out a reminder email about that. So that's something else I want to put out there for you all. So that's going to happen as well. And then if you are looking to attend the retreat, definitely sign up, do the registration form, pay the registration fee. We're looking to launch the what do you call it? The room block. The room block. We're trying to launch it ideally, and then before the week is out. We're on Tuesday, so maybe it might happen Thursday or Friday. If not, if there's anything I have to revise with the contract, if not, it'll be early next week. So we'll get that going. But yeah, so you guys will have that information as well, and then you can decide. Hopefully, you have all the information you need. It is going to be a Marriott hotel, so that you guys know if that means anything to anybody. So you can use your Marriott points. You can book that way as well if you are loyal to Marriott, the Bonvoy people. So it's up to you. Thank you all. Thank you, Charlie. I see you coming in. So I'm excited about that. That email I need to send out to folks so that you guys know that that's happening as well. And then, like I said, we have the agency campaign that's going to launch too. And then, yeah, we'll go from there. We'll go from there. Thank you all for being here. Let me know if there's any other questions. Anybody else going live today? Put that in the chat for us. Well, watch office hours with, oh, Dr. Johnson tonight. That's what you're going to do? You said watch office hours with Dr. Johnson tonight. So he has office hours tonight. And maybe somebody we know is going to be his guest. Is that what you're saying? Maybe. All right. All right, maybe. All right, somebody we know. I'm just saying, somebody we know. Yeah, he does the Tuesday. If you guys know, 7 p.m. I was about to say what time. So he does the 7 p.m. Eastern. He does the office hours where he talks about um, health education topics. And he has this segment he does on Tuesdays. It's called Office Hours, where he is meeting with somebody. He has them up as a guest, and they're joining and they're talking about their journey. And so Elle is putting this out there because Elle might be possibly, either she knows the person very well because she is the person, or she knows the person very well. So that's 7 p.m. tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern. She'll be. So she told us to do that for a reason. I'm just saying. And I know he tries to keep it like a secret. Although it's not helpful if he keeps it a secret because people need to know who to watch. Okay. Hey, what are we talking about? So she was just saying, and pray for the person. Okay. So Elle mentioned that that she knows somebody who will be a guest speaker today, a guest on someone's live stream. Dr. Johnson's live stream, he is health education. He said the person will be wonderful. They will be. And that live stream is at 7 p.m. tonight. 7 p.m. His what is Dr. Johnson's name? Is it just Dr. Johnson? Um, I guess somebody put it in the chat if you know it. If you want to put his username in the chat, I don't know if that's something we can put in the chat. You said that sounds so exciting. Yes. He said I'm picking up the code. so, so yeah. So she is. If you follow Elle, you can do this. So if you follow Elle, she will potentially know the person that is a guest. And if it is her, she will be live at 7. She will be live at 7. And you can follow her so that you can join her live at 7 where she may or may not be a guest. Okay? So that's somebody you can follow. So yes, so if she, yeah, so definitely connect with her. Elle is she's a newer creator in the agency, and she's been going live, and she talks about overthinking. She in her live topic, which is great, as a person who is a self-proclaimed overthinker, and she is in K-12 education. I want to say first grade teacher. And so she's been doing that as her career for over, I'm gonna say definitely over 20 years. I think you've even said higher. Is it 30 years? Let me know if that's correct. I'm trying to remember all the things you said in your life. 24 years. So she's been doing first grade teaching for 24 years. So she's been doing that, and then ultimately has come to this space to be a content creator, a live host, as well as grow her community. So really excited for her because she's seen some growth and success in her first full month of going live, her first consistent month of going live. Maybe I shouldn't say full month of going live, but her first consistent month of going live. So that's awesome. Oh wow. What is that? So that was a style me up. Okay. That was cute. So does it change every time you click it, or are these special? Where is the style me up? I don't see these gifts. I do not see them when I was in the room. You said that was. You said okay, flamingo dancer. That's exactly what it was. So interesting. Okay, I have to look and see what are the other ones in there. I like that one. Florence gave me like a little hat earlier. It was like a plane on my head. I was like, what is that? It was a plane. And what was something else earlier? Something else. It was like a clown makeup that happened. Yes, you can change it up. Oh, okay. Okay. See, I'm going to look and see if I can find it. Hi, Jessica. Thank you for joining. Appreciate your friend being here. I'm going to look and see if I can find it. I appreciate you, friend, for pointing it out. I need to look at it. All right. I'm going to get off. I did an hour and 33 minutes. Like I said, I kind of knew this live stream was a little sluggish, but that's okay. I'm okay with it. That's how it be sometimes. This is TikTok defense mechanism, defensive move. What you mean? What you mean by that? Thank you so much, Jacqueline. Thank you for the lead ball. What you mean in terms of the sluggishness of the live? The extra gifts. Oh yes, yeah. Hey Sue, how are you, friend? Steve, thank you for joining as well. Others who are coming in, I see you guys. But I'm about to get off, so make sure you claim any points that you got coming to you. Claim any points. The gifts on the other one are loud and over the top. Oh, really? See, I thought people enjoyed that. No? Interesting. You said it's a defensive move, so they take up a lot of the screen. Yeah, I thought that was part of the intrigue. We were like, oh, the gifts, they're all over the screen. It's like magic. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I thought that was part of the intrigue, but you said it's obnoxious, huh? Like, oh, I had to have all the gifts on my screen. I don't need all that. But yeah, I don't know. You're like, I don't need all that. That is tacky. Just tacky. Epic. All right, friends. I appreciate y'all. I will be back. Gimmicks. All gimmicks. He said, y'all gimmicky app. Y'all don't do nothing else. Great gifts. Good monetization. That's it. But it's all good. It's all good, y'all. TikTok gonna figure it out. They gonna figure it out. They'll figure it out. So, all right, friends. I appreciate y'all all being here. Thank you for watching the live. Thank you for the taps, the shares, the likes, the engagement, the gifting that happened. I appreciate all the support. Thank you so much for joining. I'm going to I'll be back at 10 a.m. tomorrow. I'll be out in these TikTok streets. So I appreciate you all. Take care, okay? Good night. And I'll see you too, L, or Dr. Johnson, or so I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Thank you all for being here as well. I appreciate all the support. Let me know. Thank you so much, pals. All right, friend. Take care.